Welcome to HDTV. You now rocking with your boy. I said I wasn't finna watch the rest of this series, and I wasn't at first until my homeboy Jern pissed me off with all this stick riding of LEbrownies. I'm finna tear his ass apart. Dog. LEbrownies ain't doing nothing. I don't care what his stat line is, 33-9. He hasn't done anything. Anthony Davis and Rondo have taken this series over. And if you cannot see that, you're a freaking idiot. You LeBrownie fans, y'all all on these pages talking about, thank God we ain't got to say 3-6 no more. We don't got to say 3-6 no more. He's going to be 4-6, still under 500. 4 finals. He went to 10 finals and only 4 wins with stacked teams. I don't respect this bum. Until this bum leaves, we can get real basketball. This dude is trash. And if you want to call me the hater, I'll be that. I'll be that. In my red man voice, I'll be the hater. Because this guy is not good. Anthony Davis in that Miami Heat zone, they were trying to zone Anthony. You can't zone this team, Spoelstra. You can't. And then they didn't have Bam, so I already knew it's over. And Rod B, you're correct, man. Jimmy Butler is a number 2. And I have to give a shout out to Rod B. He is correct. Jimmy's a number 2. Bam is the number 1. You need Bam out there because what Bam does is Bam controls the paint. And then Olenek wasn't that bad tonight. He was actually okay. He was banging. He was trying to get rebounds. But Myers Leonard, you could just tell, like, man, he ain't playing a long time because he just looked so lost out there in the first half. But to me, this game here, the refs, they gave the Heat 33, I believe, 34 free throw attempts. That was to keep them in the game because they were letting the Lakers run all over them and foul them. The Lakers had 17 free throw attempts, but they shot 47 3-pointers, only made 16. So the Heat really could, the Heat, if they had their pieces in place, they could have won this game tonight. They had the foul, they had the free throw attempts. The 3-pointers, they really didn't shoot that many. They only shot 27, 11 for 27, which is 40%. Their field goals, they were right there. They were right there with them. If the Heat could get at least Bam back next game, I think they'll have a chance to win game 3. The points in the paint is what's killing them. They need to go and trap Anthony Davis. If you trap Anthony Davis, if you trap him and force them to try and force the other guys to try to beat you, you can win this series. Because what they're doing in that zone, they're getting caught up with trying to chase whoever gets the ball, and that'll leave somebody open like Rondo. Rondo killed the Heat tonight from the 3. Rondo basically was 16 points, 10 assists. That's going to kill you, especially coming off the bench. That killed you. Kentavious Pope gave you 11. Kuzma gave you 11. LeBrownies had his usually stat padding with 33, 9, and 9. He was stat padding the whole game. He really didn't do anything. He was cherry picking the whole game, getting the ball down low, laying up. And then he slapped the hell out of Iguodala in the fourth quarter, and they just let it slide. And then he was knocking over Duncan Robinson. He ran Duncan Robinson and Hero over like 4 or 5 times. No offensive foul call. I mean, damn. Is you going to at least give a call, dog? Like, y'all don't want to call nothing on this bum. But Anthony Davis was out there, 32 points, 14 boards. He was looking like he was looking like Wilt Chamberlain out there on the floor. Like, he looked like he was on varsity and everybody else was on JV. It looked terrible from that standpoint. Spoelstra has got to do better with his rotations. I would not have started Hero. I would have brought him off the bench. Now, next time he needs to start Olenek. Olenek gave you 24 and 9. Buckets gave you 25, 13, and 8. Crowder, he needs to push that 12. I need him at least give me 15 to 16 points. And I need at least 8 or 9 rebounds. He got me 7. I need 8 or 9 rebounds. The assists, I'm not worried about that because that's not his game. Kendrick Nunn, he's at 13 points. He did okay, but I need him to attack the basket more. And but Jimmy, I need Jimmy to if Bam's not gonna play, Jimmy has got to go to 30 or 35 points, dog. He has got to attempt more. But that maybe not be him. Like Rob said, he may just be a number 2. And Duncan Robinson had a poor 9 points. I need Duncan. I need you to get me 13, man, or 14. If you can give me 13 or 14, this game would have been different. The turnovers, they both were tied with 9 steals. The Lakers had a little more. They picked off the ball a lot. Danny Green defensively did a good job. Blocks, they had 3 blocks. Assists, the Lakers only had 3 more than them. The rebounds is what got them. The Lakers were killing them on the offensive board. They got 16 with 44 rebounds total, but that to Miami's 37. But Miami gave up 10 more offensive rebounds, which they only got 6. They got 16. So that 10 offensive rebounds really impact the game. If you know basketball, if you're not getting the boards or at least playing defense, then you're gonna lose this series. It doesn't matter if the refs and everything. The refs, they're gonna help the Lakers get calls at certain points of the game to keep them ahead. But they did their best to try to keep the Heat around with 34 attempts, but it wasn't gonna work because the Lakers are too big inside. Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, his energy has really been changing coming off the bench. And they've been a lot in this series. He hasn't been offensive fouling as much like he did the other series. He's calmed down on that. So I mean, shoot, all you could do, man, is just all you can do, man, is just keep fighting. I didn't like how the Heat were looking at certain points in the game. They were looking defeated. Jimmy Butler, man, if you want to be that guy, Jimmy, Kobe Bryant never held his head down. Michael never held his head down. Those are guys who are the best that ever played not do it. Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, them guys never held their head down, nor did Bird. If you want to be put in that category, you got to keep your head up and you got to keep fighting, man. You got to keep pushing for them, basically pushing for your guys to continue to get better, man. You can't give up like that. You can't just say I'm checking out. You can't check out, son. You got to play the game. You got to keep playing and you got to keep attacking the hole. You got to make your shots. You got to take this series over, man. You got to, because LeBrownies has a better team. He's always going to stack his teams. He could just front run like he does. I'm not worried about LeBrownies. He's not doing nothing. He's not a factor. The guy who's a factor is Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis took this game over. He's the MVP. If they give the MVP to LeBrownies, that is done. You LeBron fans can't tell me nothing. That just proves this league is giving him everything. They've given him teams to go to. They've given him talent. This guy doesn't do anything great. What is great about him? He is the worst superstar ever in history. He's not in the top 20. You could put him in the 50, but he is not in the top 20 at all. He is not a top 20 player. I don't care what his stats say. His stats are empty calories because that's all he's doing is building up his stat sheet. So then when he wins the championship, you idiots could be like, oh man, he's the greatest of all time. No, he's not. He's not. Anthony Davis and Rondo are the MVPs of this series for the Lakers. They are. And if you say otherwise, then you haven't watched the game. Rondo's ability to run a half-court set, get guys involved. He got KCP balling. He got Kuzma balling. Rondo makes people better, not LeBrownies. Rondo makes people better. Anthony Davis is there because of Rondo. Because of Rondo. He wanted Rondo on the team still. Because him and Rondo, when they were in New Orleans, they were special. And New Orleans was dumb to let Rondo go. They should have kept him and they would have been fine the following year. But the game was okay, but it was the Miami Heat need Bam back big time, but buckets he played like ducats tonight. So like I said, this series over in 4. I was wrong. I picked the Heat in 7, but this series is over. So I'll take my L. I don't have a problem taking my L knowing I'm wrong, but I ain't wrong about that bum LeBrownies. LeBrownies is trash. So it's the Lakers are gonna get this game, but they're not doing this for Kobe. So stop saying they're doing this for Kobe. They're not. They're doing it for this narcissistic prick. And F him. F LeBrownies. He's a bum. Anthony Davis, the real MVP. You got my vote, Anthony Davis, because you've been balling. Rondo, you get my vote too, because you've been balling. But that's basically how it boils down to. This isn't gonna be a long video. This, like I said, Markieff Morris said it best. Anthony Davis is the best player in the world. Like, comment, subscribe, share this on all your platforms. Hit the notification bell to select all so you can receive upcoming content. I will be doing my review of Thursday night football, the Jets versus the Broncos. Even though it was 0-3 teams, that was a real good game. People were getting knocked out left and right. People was getting sprayed. It's sprayed football. We're back at it. Got sprayed. I mean, Darnold was getting sprayed. Everybody on the Jets was getting sprayed. The Broncos again. It was a straight physical game. And Jordan Judy mossed the hell. He mossed the hell out of this one dude. Troy Aikman was like, oh, well, right there, man. He just got mossed. You know when a white guy says you got mossed, you know your whole career over. But thank you for listening, man. If you want to donate to the page, cash at me at welcome to HDTV. That's the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Man, thank you for listening. And we're out. Live boy.